Come closer, pour yourself a drink. The world outside is loud, isn't it? A cacophony of fools shouting to be heard. But in here, in the quiet, we deal in what truly matters. Not the noise, but the echo. Not the act, but the legend that follows. I once knew a man. Let us call him the General. A man of immense popularity. A titan on horseback whom the public adored. They saw in him a savior. A man of action destined to seize power. His name was a synonym for strength. His rivals, a collection of tired old politicians, trembled before his reputation. They had no armies, only words. And so they waited. The general was urged to march on the capital, to take what was his by popular demand. But he hesitated. For a single night, the man of action became a man of indecision. He chose a quiet dinner with his mistress over a crude eat-out. That was the mistake. But it was not what ruined him. What ruined him was the story that his enemies crafted from it. The next morning, they didn't accuse him of treason. They didn't challenge him to a duel. They simply laughed. They spread the story not of a cautious strategist, but of a lovesick fool who traded a crown for a kiss. The man of iron was recast as a man of fluff. His reputation for decisive strength evaporated overnight. When he finally tried to act, no one followed. His power was never in his battalions. It was in the idea of him. And when that idea died, he died with it, a forgotten exile. He wasn't defeated by a sword, but by a smirk. He neglected the most fundamental law of the social world, a law so critical it should be etched into the mind of any man who wishes to not merely participate in the world, but to command it. Robert Greene called it Law 5. So much depends on reputation. Guard it with your life. You see, your reputation is not an accessory. It is not a matter of public relations or having a charming smile. It is the invisible armor you wear into every negotiation, every conflict, every seduction. It is the ghost that enters the room before you, that whispers your virtues and your vices into the ears of others, pre-suading them, intimidating them, making them yield before you have uttered a single word. A strong reputation is an impenetrable fortress. A damaged one is a crack in the foundation that will, inevitably, bring the entire structure down upon your head. The masses are lazy. They do not judge you on the complex, nuanced reality of your actions. They judge you on the simple, digestible story they have heard about you. Therefore, your first and most important task is to become the author of that story. You must sculpt your own myths, and this is done not with grand, desperate gestures, but with the patient, deliberate application of strategy. Power is not taken, it is accrued. Reputation is not claimed, it is built. Let us begin with the first tactic, the cornerstone of your fortress. You must associate your name with quality. Think of your name as a brand, currently unknown and of neutral value. If you associate with cheap, unreliable, and vulgar people or ideas, your name becomes cheap, unreliable, and vulgar by extension. But if you are seen only in the company of the esteemed, if your work is associated only with excellence, if your rare public pronouncements are associated only with wisdom, then their quality becomes your quality. This is not about social climbing. It is about psychic transference. When you are seen with the powerful, a measure of their power is transferred to you. When you align yourself with a timeless idea, its permanence rubs off on you. Before you have proven your own worth, you can borrow the worth of others. Do not defend a foolish position. Do not be seen in a tasteless place. Do not attach your name to a failing enterprise. Be ruthless in your associations. Let your name appear only next to that which is unimpeachable. This creates an aura of quality so powerful that a single misstep later in your career will be seen as an anomaly, an exception to the rule, rather than a confirmation of your mediocrity. You are creating a baseline of excellence from which you will operate. Once your own fortress is built and its walls are high, you can begin to think of a fence. The second tactic is the art of the attack, sowing doubt in the reputation of your rivals. A direct, slanderous attack is clumsy. It makes you look petty and insecure, and often creates sympathy for your target. The master strategist never attacks his enemy's character directly. Instead, he pokes subtle holes in his enemy's reputation. He uses the power of insinuation. He asks questions. Instead of saying, "My rival is corrupt," you might say to a third party, with an air of feigned concern, "His finances seem to have improved so quickly. I do hope he's managing it all properly." You have not accused him of anything. You have simply planted a seed of doubt, a worm of suspicion that will wriggle in the mind of the listener. Find the one pillar that supports your rival's reputation and focus your subtle attack there. Is he known for his honesty? Create a situation where he is forced into a small, seemingly insignificant lie. Is he known for his courage? Spread a rumor about his past hesitation. You are not trying to tear down his fortress with a cannon. You are letting the ivy of doubt grow on its walls, slowly, imperceptibly, until the entire structure crumbles from within. Let others do the heavy lifting. You only need to provide the whisper. This leads to the third and most sophisticated tactic, using others to speak for you. Your own praise is worthless. It is bragging. Your own attacks are risky. They are slander. But when a third party praises you, it is proof of your merit. When a third party attacks your enemy, it is an objective observation. This is the art of the ghost. You must learn to orchestrate the opinions of others without ever appearing to do so. Do a significant favor for someone who is known for their integrity and their wide circle of influence. Do not ask for anything in return. They will become your advocate, singing your praises out of a genuine sense of gratitude, and their praise will be believed. Conversely, if you want to damage a rival, leak a damaging piece of information through a known gossip. Their telling of the story will obscure you as the source. You remain above the fray, a gentleman, while the dirty work is done on your behalf. Your goal is to create an echo chamber that amplifies your virtues and your enemy's flaws. An echo chamber in which you are never seen to be speaking. Your reputation becomes a self-perpetuating machine, built by the hands of others, all while you maintain a dignified, almost detached silence. So you see, the game is played on a plane you have likely ignored. You have been focused on your work, your actions, your achievements. These things are stone and mortar. They are important, but they are only the materials. Your reputation is the cathedral you build from them. It is the thing that will inspire awe, command obedience, and strike fear. It is the weight your name carries in rooms you have not yet entered. It is the silent, invisible force that determines whether you will be greeted with respect or with dismissive laughter. Do not be the general who let others tell his story and paid for it with his legacy. Be the author. Be the architect. Be the ghost in the machine. Your actions build a house. Your reputation builds a kingdom, and a king is never forgotten.